dude, I know how that goes. My ankles are fucked from skateboarding too, and like if there was one thing that happened that was the worst, I skipped class when I was like a junior, I think, and there's the skate park right next to my high school, like literally on school grounds. So I skipped class to go skate, and there was like a parking cone there, so I was trying to ollie over the parking cone. My foot slipped off my board and landed like 90 degrees the wrong way.
God, dude.
And I immediately felt it, and I thought that I had broken my ankle, and like I felt like I was gonna pass out. We pull up like my leg, like my pant leg, to look at it, and like my
It was just
ankle,
like this.
no, well, I kid you not, it had swollen to the size of a grapefruit, like
Dude.
already. And I only know because for some reason there's a fucking grapefruit just chilling at the skate park, and so there's a good size reference. So then, my friend Jensen, who was living with like me and my mom at the time, was there skating with me, and he had to literally carry me like I was his like new bride.
How old were you when this happened?
I was
in
like,
high school?
yeah, it must have been like 16. He had to carry me like a fucking baby to his car, and then he had to drive and meet my mom halfway, and they met at an Albertsons parking lot, and he picked me up out of the car and put me to my mom's car, and then I had to go to the doctor, get an x-ray. Yeah, it was sick. And my mom was so mad, like, one, because I like fucked up my ankle, and two, I fucked up my ankle skipping class.
Yeah, dude, that sucks, man.
Yup. And my
Was it
ankle
fractured?
destroyed. No, it was just a really severe sprain, luckily.
Okay.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It never healed, because then I was supposed to not skate for 3 months, and then
You were like,
I waited a month, and then I re-sprained it.
yeah, dude, you gotta let it heal.
Let him heal.
Not mine,
Well,
though.
not yours. Yeah.
No, sir.
Well, welcome to the Secret Jocks podcast.
Yes.
Small edition. No, we're going small ball tonight.
Oh yeah, baby.
Greg is not with us this evening, mainly because I worked too late and he was sleepy. That's
We're
the
calling
injury.
you out, Greg.
That's the injury report on Greg Hughes for this evening. There will be no further questions. But I'm Tyler. We got Ralph.
Hey, brother.
And we do not have Greg.
Ooh.
Boo that man.
Ooh.
No, just kidding. I worked too late. I was that I'll take the fall.
Dude,
I'll take the fall.
New
on
job,
this one.
dude.
Yup.
What can you do?
What can I do? I could quit. Hey,
commit full time.
Sorry, sir. I was supposed to podcast around 8, and it is now 10. This can't happen again. Sorry.
This is a warning. Don't let me write you up.
Yeah. The next time I have to miss my podcast, I will be writing you up, and it will be a serious conversation, and we don't want to get to that point. So let's not let it happen again.
Dude, just imagine pulling that power move your second day.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it. Honestly, like you want to show like you're the boss. You pull a move like that.
He'll probably give you a raise on the spot. It's just like this guy knows and he's got what it takes to propel the company. I like it.
He'll demote himself and hand me the reins. That's what's going to happen. And I'll never be.
Here's the keys.
Here you go. Here's the bank account. Here's the checkbook. Thank you.
That rocks.
Oh, yeah. I wish. That's every day I wake up in fantasy land, and that's
dude. Same here. Like when I was a kid, I was like, man, wouldn't it be nice if someone just pulls up with like a Lamborghini, just toss me the keys, be like, yeah, there's like $1 million in the trunk. You can have all this.
There's $1 million in the trunk. PS5 in the passenger seat.
Back in the early 2000s, he was ahead of his time.
He's a time traveler. Came back. He knew that you needed it.
Yeah. We still haven't heard anyone or anything from anyone about our PlayStation 5, so just please hit us up.
I don't know if we've said the email correctly, but it is secretjocks@gmail.com. That's where you can get in contact with us if you want to give us a PS5, if you are the mother of an NBA player and wish to
Mhm.
be interviewed by us, or if you just have any general questions or whatever. But primarily use that email to offer us each a PS5.
Yes, or anything free, really. Like,
Yeah, we'll take anything free.
yeah, we're not picky.
Yeah, not at all. We'll gladly take whatever you offer.
Oh, synchronized drinking there.
There we go. This podcast is in tune, baby. We're in rhythm.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of rhythm, Nate Robinson had no rhythm
Oh, dude.
on Saturday night. That whole event felt like a fever dream, right? Like you had a bunch of people fighting that you've never heard of, and then you had a two-time dunk champion who's like 5'4" and
Three-time dunk champ.
Three-time?
Dude.
I thought he was
Yeah.
only two. Okay, sorry to disrespect you, Nate Robinson. Then you have the YouTuber Jake Paul fight each other for some reason, and then you have Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson, who are probably way too old to be getting in a ring fighting each other, and they sold it to you for $50. Like,
Dude. And people bought it. People watched it.
yeah. I think an underrated topic on that fight was one Wiz Khalifa performing, and then also French Montana performing. So hypothetically, you paid $50 to watch all of these old heads and YouTubers fight, and then also French Montana rapping.
You should just ask for your money back. I mean, but you know what? They got it in the bag already. They already got your money. You were a fool to buy it in the first place.
Well, I luckily did not buy it because I did
And me
not.
neither, dude.
I did not buy into that hype, but damn, like I feel like Nate Robinson talked a really big game.
Yeah,
And
like definitely. That's why I'm so bummed out, dude. Like,
totally, it was such like an embarrassment for the NBA.
yeah, he was talking too loud and he didn't produce. I mean, I don't know, man. It was pretty embarrassing, but you know, kudos to him for putting his, you know, health on the line, his body on the line to feed his family. I forgot who was saying that. I think Gilbert Arenas was saying that.
Yeah,
Or
I
no,
think
no,
so.
Glenn Davis, Big Baby.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was like almost in tears saying this whole speech, but boxing is basically, you know, to get money. I get it, but still, wish you could have won. But yeah,
I know, especially against a guy like Jake Paul. Like it's so easy to hate. And I like Nate Robinson. I think he's fun.
Mhm.
It would have just been so satisfying to watch him beat up Jake Paul. But like, I don't know if you watched any of the clips, but it looked like he just did not train
Dude,
or
like,
train on fighting at least.
I mean, both of them kind of sucked.
Yup.
Nate Robinson only landed 18% of his punches, and Jake landed 21. I mean, I think Nate landed 8 punches, and Jake landed, I don't know, 12 or something like that. They both suck. They're not boxers, really. As much as Jake Paul is saying that he's a boxer, I don't think so. Especially Nate Robinson, man. He just started training this year, and you know, experience wins everything. Just like in the NBA, I think he just, I don't know, talked too loud. I wish he would have just talked if and when he won.
Yeah.
Then he could have just like, he was just a bit too cocky, man.
I mean, I feel like that's how you kind of have to be to sell those kind of more obscure fight cards, you know? Like this was on some weird platform run by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is fighting for some reason. Like you have a bunch of other people that are irrelevant. So I guess you kind of do have to talk a big game to like pique any sort of interest. But I don't know. He had me fooled. Like I figured, okay, Jake Paul is going to fight someone who's an actual athlete and not another YouTuber. Like, okay, he's probably gonna get hurt, and I was so wrong.
I think what decided the match was their height differences. I think Jake Paul stood like 3-4 inches taller.
Yep.
Obviously, if you're taller, you'll have a little bit longer reach from a vertical standpoint. Um, and also, Secret Jocks is now a boxing
Yep.
podcast.
This is
Um,
Secret Boxers.
but yeah, because someone asked Jake Paul like if he would like fight LeBron, and he was like, "Nah, man, he's too big," which makes sense. LeBron would have like the reach over him.
Wait, he's 6'9" and also like
Yeah,
this,
he's a big dude. He's like his stamina is probably way better than Nate Robinson. That's just started training.
Yeah, I mean,
the cardio.
He's ancient for basketball years, and he's still throwing down reverses mid-game. So, like, definitely his stamina would be nuts. Here's where I think you're wrong about the moment Nate Robinson lost. It wasn't the height difference. It was the fact that he came out in the ring in New York Knicks colors.
Oh, that's true. Fuck.
Like the ref should have called it. He should have called a technical knockout from the moment he saw the colors on the shorts and the Jordans. He should have been. Those are out of all the teams he played for. That's what you're picking. No, we're calling it. His team is throwing in the towel. They didn't realize what shorts he picked. They're like, bro, you could have gone with the Celtics colors, man.
Yeah,
you could have gone with that. You went with the New York Knicks.
Dude, yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. Like, why is he wearing that like color combination? He played for the Bulls, dude. Like pinstripe shorts would be so sick.
That would have been tough,
dude. Fuck. Or like he played in Golden State too. Like he ruined it.
Where did he not play? That's a better question. Never had a run with the Blazers.
No, Sonics. I feel like he only played for like 5 teams or something like that.
Let's see. I'm gonna look it up.
Trivia time, baby.
Let's get the official count. If someone can email us before this, I know it's not live, but if you have an intuition, let us know. Let's see. Damn, he played for a lot of teams actually. How many? Okay, question to you: how many NBA teams do you think he played for?
Ooh,
this is excluding G League.
Okay. How about this? I'm gonna name off teams, and then you tell me if I'm right or wrong. How about that?
You got it.
Okay, Knicks.
Got it.
Celtics.
Got it.
The Cavs.
Wrong.
Fuck. Bulls. I know for sure.
Yep, that's correct.
Golden State.
Yep.
Kings.
Nope. Surprisingly not.
Oh no, that's Ty Lawson. I was thinking of.
Nate Robinson does have big like Sacramento Kings energy, you know.
Yeah, I mean Ty Lawson was the same height, like same position.
That's probably why they didn't have him.
Like no, Nate, you're gonna run power forward. All right, I quit. Heat? Did he play for the Heat?
He didn't play for the Heat.
I don't know my Nate Robinson.
So I think you only missed 3 teams. So he played for the Knicks 2005 to 2010. Then he played for the Celtics for 2010 to 2011. And then I didn't know about this one, but then he played for OKC for a year in 2011. And then the next year he went to the Warriors. And then the next year, or maybe that same season, because that was 2012, and then it's 2012, 2013, he went to the Bulls. Then after that, he had a 2-year stint with the Nuggets. And then in 2015, he played for the Clippers and the Pelicans.
What? No, dude, I don't remember any of those. That's nuts.
And then let's just round out the rest of his basketball career here. He could still be playing. I mean, because he started. Like... Let's see. He's 36. As old as LeBron. He came in 2005. He could definitely, be a vet point guard, but his game's not really. It's not what's needed in the league. Either way, 2016 played in Tel Aviv. 2017 came back to the States, played for the
Mad
76ers.
Oh.
No, I wish he played for the. I also gotta admit I love this name maybe a little bit more than the Mad Ants. So we have the Philadelphia 76ers. Their G League team is the Delaware 87ers.
87ers.
Yep. And then
name,
he played.
Dude.
The next year he played for a Venezuelan team, Guaros de Lara. And then lastly, he played for a team in Beirut.
Damn, he's been all over the place.
So he played basketball professionally for about 13 years. Up until 2 years ago, he stopped playing. So he definitely
became a boxer.
Became a boxer, and his peak was fighting Jake Paul. It's like, okay, it's like, bro, you probably could have either boxed Jake Paul or hit up Ice Cube and gotten into the big three.
Dude, I would go big three route. I mean, that's what he's been doing for a long time. I don't know why. Maybe the boxing is just like, a few matches and he has, a few $1 million. But, dude, I don't know. I wish it was a better result for everyone.
Yeah, for real. It's crazy. I feel like it's a mixed bag. It's either like all these NBA dudes are roasting him, or they're being super supportive. Like I feel like you said, Big Baby was being supportive. I feel like Gilbert Arenas was being super supportive. But then you've got like Nick Young, who was ruthless.
Yep.
Draymond Green, I think said something was like that was no representation of the NBA.
Yeah, something like that.
And then you had Steph Curry.
Gonna shock the world, bro.
I'll let you take it away with Steph. Give me the analysis on Steph.
Dude, that was such a fucking burn. So, Nate Robinson tagged Steph Curry saying that he's gonna shock the world. And fucking 3 hours later, Steph says, "I see no lies." And I'm like, dude, that's such a burn. But also true. Like, it did shock like the NBA world, like we thought he was gonna win.
Definitely. I mean, he's an athlete. He's tough. Like,
dude, like, it doesn't matter how you like take it. There's always that like, yeah, maybe Steph was meaning it in a good way, and also Steph is just roasting his ass.
Oh, my money's on Steph roasting.
But dude, those 4 words, dude. I see no lies. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean that's cold. That's so cold. Did him and Steph play together?
Yeah, they did.
Because that was 2012. I think they would have been in the same. Damn, their former teammate taking a nap, and you say that like that's ruthless, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he got dogged on, dude. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if he didn't talk as much as he did before that, I think people probably would have been a little bit more supportive. Especially his whole thing was like, this is for like my kids, like my wife and my NBA brothers. And then just seconds into the second round, just taking a nap. Like,
yeah, poor kid, man. He'll bounce back. He'll bounce back.
For sure. Maybe he'll fight Logan Paul next. Maybe he's got to fight the other brother first.
Get back to Jake.
Yeah, then back to Jake. Yeah, that's the title fight after that. They give him a platinum YouTube trophy.
Well, like, I don't know, like Jake, he looked like a real boxer out there.
I mean, he looked tough. As much as I hate him, I gotta give him a little bit of credit.
I fucking hate him. But yeah, dude, like he looked like a real boxer, especially when he knocked him out, dude, and he was like yelling and all like, all machoed out. He was just like, damn, that guy looks like a fighter.
Who in the NBA do you think could beat Jake Paul?
Dude, James Johnson, dude.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Sorry, his name is Lucas Bodyguard.
Oh, yeah. The Doncic crew.
Yo, okay, just a little little side note here. Imagine the Clippers Maverick series this year with James Johnson being involved. That's going to be awesome. No one's going to talk shit to Luka, and if they do, they're probably going to get a roundhouse kick to the face.
Dude, he's undefeated. Like
Undefeated.
7-0 in MMA. And whatever his kickboxing record is, 24-0, something like that.
Yeah, 24-0. He's a black belt. His whole family are black belts. If there's going to be someone that's going to redeem the NBA, I agree. It's going to be James Johnson.
Dude, I feel like he can do some damage, but I don't know. Like, I feel like he'll be so limited that because I don't know how he fights in the MMA. You know, I've never seen him fight.
Yeah, same.
Like, are those professional records or is that like exhibition records type of? I don't know how the MMA works. It's not a basketball court, so I don't look into it. But
yeah, that's fair. If it was shaped more, if it was a rectangle and not an octagon,
yep,
it might be a little more interesting.
With like two quadrants, like one side and the other side, and then two hoops with backboards.
Mm-hmm. And they have a bench full of coaches and backup fighters on each side.
Backup fighters. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like one of those like team fights in a fighting game where you pick like your 4 fighters, and then once one gets knocked out, you bring the other one in.
Do like a tag move and
yeah, you're low on health, you tag out, you get the next one in.
Oh, dude, that would be. I would pay $50 to see that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Even if it was Mike Tyson and Nate Robinson. I mean, okay, this is how they should have done it. They should have done it like a tag team fight, like in wrestling, where it was like Mike Tyson, Nate Robinson versus Roy Jones Jr. and Jake Paul. And the moment that Nate Robinson got knocked out, they should have done one of those like Mike Tyson jumps the rope, taps him, then start fighting.
Just like a Hulk Hogan move, you know? He's just like holding the ropes and like reaching, and, like, hyping the crowd up.
Nate Robinson gets up, barely makes contact. It's like fingertips.
The Mike Tyson just like all pumped up, dude.
Yeah.
Drops a leg
Jake
drop.
Paul's ear.
Dude, where were you when you heard that? Like Mike Tyson like bit Evander Holyfield's ear.
I don't even know.
Dude, you don't, dude? I was watching the match, dude.
You were watching it?
I was like a little kid. I think I was like 4 or 5. Mike Tyson just bit his ear off, just bleeding everywhere. I was like, dude, that's so fucking brutal.
That's wild. I know that he like came out and said what happened in that moment, but I didn't read the article. Have you read it or?
No, dude, I saw what happened. They were just like right next to each other. He just bit him. I don't know how to explain it, but he just bit him. Like
good for him, man.
Dude, maybe Mike Tyson was just like nibbling his ear a little, and then Holyfield just like pulled away really quick and just bit it accidentally.
Yeah, he was whispering sweet nothings, and
yeah,
he said, "I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm taken," and ripped his head away and mid nibble. It probably was just a misunderstanding, honestly.
Yeah. I think they made up. I think they're friends again.
Good for them, man. See, that's the kind of redemption story that we're all looking for in 2020. You know, if they could be friends, we can solve any sort of problems. Man, this episode has been way more boxing centric than I expected.
Yeah, me too. We came into this, we're like, let's talk basketball, but Nate Robinson just kind of took over. And when you talk about Nate Robinson, the first thing you think of is boxing, dude.
Yep, it's not basketball. I didn't even know he was a basketball player until that fight. I'm like, who is this short boxer? Oh, he's also a short basketball player? Wow. Man, he's a renaissance man.
He's gonna come back to the Wizards to finish his career, just like MJ.
Yeah, they're actually gonna trade John Wall for Nate Robinson, and they're just gonna make John Wall a boxer.
Dude, I would like to see John Wall fight.
John Wall should fight Jake Paul.
Dude, what about Chris Paul versus Jake Paul? Dude, called the Pauls, dude.
I'm taking Chris Paul in that fight.
I feel like he would know a lot of rules to get away.
He would know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jake Paul. He would throw one illegal punch, and Chris Paul would go. For all those listeners out there, I was doing some Chris Paul
hand
movements to the ref. So if you watch the YouTube, you'll get it.
Yeah,
if you don't,
just type in Chris Paul funny compilation, volume 1. Volume 2 is not that funny.
It's not that funny. Volume 3 is better.
Yeah,
better than Volume 2. It rounds out the series.
The trilogy.
Yeah.
CP trilogy.
Speaking of CP3 and funny videos, I've never personally asked you, but how do you feel about that video when he's talking to Steve Kerr and he does the fake laugh and then immediately goes stone cold?
I think I saw that live and that shit was hilarious.
I love it, man.
Dude,
I he's like your fucking uncle who's just such a dick but is also really funny, you know?
I don't know. Uncles are never funny. Just saying.
I got some funny uncles.
I don't. So you won.
Damn. Yeah, I win. Hey, I win this podcast. I got a couple funny uncles. I did it. I mean, I feel like it goes either one way or another. Like your uncle is funny or he's really not funny. And I feel like there's there's no such thing as an average uncle. You know,
I guess that's true.
like
a seesaw effect. It's just like you're either sane or insane.
Yup, and insane is fun. Sane,
yeah, it's all right. A little bit of a drinking problem, but it's okay.
What are you gonna do?
Can't control that.
Yes, sir. Sweet. Well, I think we talked about all we could talk about as far as the basketball boxing crossover. If there's ever going to be another crossover, maybe James Johnson and Logan or Jake Paul, and hopefully James Johnson will do the NBA justice. But as far as doing the NBA justice, how do you feel about their COVID plan coming up for the regular season? They clearly nailed it with the bubble format, but they decided to say, fuck it, we're doing it live. Every team gets to play at home this year. So what are your thoughts on the NBA and their pandemic plan?
Dude, I think it's a horrible idea. So I was reading some Sham's tweets here. So 30 feet of the court is basically courtside. So you can't have food or drinks there, which is going to suck for people at courtside. But also, why would you even go to a basketball game when there's a pandemic out? So that kind of nullifies both things. And then they were saying get a negative test 2 days prior or a rapid test on game day, which I don't know how accurate any of those are. They're saying up to 90%, but there's still that 10% that's lingering. Mask obviously is required. Social distance. You got to be 10 to 12 feet away from each other when you're sitting down in the stadium. And the funny thing that I read was, so if your team only has 25% of its fans, seats filled, you don't have to test at all.
What the fuck? Just
what? That doesn't make sense. And I believe everything that Shams right. So.
Yeah. Shams and Woj.
Woj, yep. Those are the two.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so 25% of vacancy, no occupancy, test not required, and then 50%. Obviously, you need to test, or if your county rate is below 3% of positive tests.
I mean, that's nuts to me because like 90% of the NBA are large market teams, and those large markets are in large counties with a large population. Like, there's no way that they're gonna get away with not testing.
Dude, yeah,
Like,
and not only that, like just to get inside of the arena, like as many, as we can't regulate people when they're like standing outside in the line. Everyone wants to always move forward. I mean, I even see myself inching forward, even though there's a 6 feet rule.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a natural thing that you've just
Yeah,
grown accustomed to, you know?
and the COVID doesn't respect 6 feet. I mean, it could go past 6 feet. So, dude, I don't know. COVID's an asshole, dude.
Hey, bro, we're social distancing out here, man. Keep your 6 feet, brother.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think it's a horrible idea, rushing into things. But like teams like Detroit Pistons or Orlando Magic, like they probably only have like 10% of their fans come in. Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, I set that up. I actually researched a bunch so I could just talk about the Magic not having any fans.
See, this is the kind of research that we do at Secret Jocks Podcast for the joke.
Yeah. It's always there's always a burn at the end of the candle, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey. Yeah, I was thinking of a good way to make that joke, but you had it prepared. Thank you. I appreciate you and the hard work that you do for roasting the Orlando Magic. Someone's got to do it.
Especially the guy that can't defend himself or react to it.
He's going to hop in the Zoom call right now. Hey, you know what? Something was tingling and I just had to come in and defend the Magic.
Just wakes up. Hey, man.
Just snaps awake.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, even I read another article. I think it was in The Athletic, talking about Joe Lacob. He's like, I'm willing to spend money on it. I'm like, at that point, like to get like staff for testing and mediators and all that stuff. Like, I'm like, you're spending a ton of money to break even, basically. I don't know. The bubble was a success. It was fun. It gave us, like a kind of like a college vibe.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it felt like a camp. Like, it felt like a summer camp. And it was amazing. Like, the content we got from the bubble was awesome. Like, the level of basketball we got from the bubble was incredible. It felt like the pure hoopers came out and they hooped. Like it didn't matter. They didn't need the crowd to do their thing. What I don't really understand about this is that like the NBA was so praised for how well they handled doing a sports league during a pandemic with the bubble. Like, why didn't they continue that format? I know there's a lot of complaints from the players. I'm sure there was some revenue lost with like, televised events and stuff like that. But, in a way, I feel like they should have had, 4 quadrants of like bubbles, like these like 16 what? So it's 30, right? 30 teams in the NBA. Let me do the quick math here.
Just do 5 bubbles, dude.
Yeah, five bubbles. Do it that way. Have your teams play the 70 games. Like shorten the season again. Maybe, I don't know. It just like it just doesn't feel smart. And like as much as I want and need a full season of basketball, I would rather these players stay safe and fans stay safe and not prolong this anymore. Like, people are going to be fucking dumb and like go like full of COVID to these games and shit, like.
Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, safety should be first, and but money speaks volumes. Like that's why they're trying to get fans back, um, is to recoup the revenue they lost for not having fans in the stands last year. So
Yeah, that makes sense. It's stupid though. Like at the end of the day, like we're gonna see what's happening in like the the NFL, where it's like it's weeks upon weeks upon weeks of people like either not being able to play games or b like the Broncos, I think, lost their all of their quarterbacks and had to pull a practice squad dude up. Like we'll see shit like that. If anything, if the NBA wanted to continue to do this route, they should have been able to expand their rosters to sign a couple more players to like fill in those gaps, but they're just going on as business as usual.
yeah, and that's the scary part for sure. I just wish there was another bubble that gave us the camaraderie between teams or teammates, and it gave us a bunch of memes, and that shit rocks.
Yeah, the memes are great. I mean, look, they should have done like maybe so what they do a 3-month bubble, right? Take a month off so these dudes can go home. Like they can train with their teams at their own like campus or whatever, and they get to visit their family, do whatever they need for another month, then go back to the bubble for 3 months, and then finish it out and do the playoffs. That's how it should have been. It would have been way better.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking right now. I just hope that whatever it is, they have a little bit more of a concrete plan and a safer plan. I'm sure they're going to move on with whatever I just mentioned earlier, which is the scary part. But you know what? They'll learn from their mistakes. As fucking horrible as that to say right now.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the wild part, is that they nailed it. Like they had the blueprint. They had it be successful. Like they don't need to make a mistake because they know the right thing to do. But I don't know. Money talks at the end of the day, and like the players want to get paid, the media wants to get paid, and obviously the owners want their cut. And you can't get as much money as you want without the fans. So I mean, I guess this is how it's just got to be.
Yep, I'm not a fan.
Well, let's see. I think that's about it for the evening. The NBA sucks. Was also great. Nate Robinson can't fight. And as always, the Orlando Magic are doo-doo. So
doo-doo.
I think we covered our topics for the evening.
Also, before we go, Jared Dudley signed back. Lakers, baby.
Ooh, finally, the free agency news that we have been waiting for.
Just 1.2 million, baby, for 1 year.
Oof. Good for him, man. He continues to be a millionaire.
Love that guy. Can't wait to see him teach LeBron more things.
Me too, man. More likely he's teaching the Caruso more things, which is what we need to see. I'm expecting a big step from him. I mean, his hairline.
Him and his hairline. Dude.
I'd like to, maybe it'll go an inch forward this year. Maybe we'll try something different.
Dude, why don't they just let like players wear a beanie or do-rags, dude? Just like,
yeah, like
it looks so sick.
Imagine really tall beanies in the NBA. That'd be so sick. Tall beanies, like this should be the new swag in the NBA. Tall beanies, untucked jerseys, shorts to the shins.
Dude, playing in Tim's.
Yeah, playing in Tim's. They should let PJ Tucker, if you're listening, we want to see you play in Tim's next year. I'm gonna get a petition going. Let PJ Tucker play in Tim's. Okay, here's a good question. Do you think if PJ Tucker were to play in New York, Brooklyn, or the Knicks, do you think he would wear Tim's for one game?
Oh, dead ass.
Hell yeah. Houston, do the right thing. Trade PJ to New York.
Yeah, dead ass. He would wear Tim's, dude. Brown. He's probably gonna wear jeans too while he's playing.
Yeah. Wear some loose fitting jeans with the Tims, and the Tims are only like laced up halfway.
I can see him rocking that, dude.
Yeah, and he would look good. It'd look great.
Dude, all the shoes he wears, I'm just like, I want that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, like, I'm wearing Vans right now. I wish I was wearing Nikes, just like, PJ Tucker.
Yup. I just wish I was PJ Tucker. He's cool, man.
Is he, though?
Yeah, he seems cool. I'd hang out with PJ Tucker.
I don't know. It seems like he's a little bit aggro to me, but that's probably the role he had to play.
Yeah, he's got to be
the tallest guy.
Yeah, he's the center, man. He's got to be tough and aggressive.
Yup.
Well, Ralph, you got anything to plug?
Follow my friend Greg's Instagram, Stuntmaster G. He's not here to plug it. He usually does, and I'm pretty sure he's sad that he can't, or he's not plugging it right now. So yeah, Stuntmaster G at Instagram. But yeah, just like always, we're everywhere. We're on Instagram, Twitter as Secret Jocks. You can find us on Apple Pod and Spotify. We even have a Facebook, LinkedIn. No, we don't have a LinkedIn.
That's coming.
That is coming. But yeah, just give us a follow, share. Like, if you have any questions, hit us up in any of those platforms. We'll be there to answer you and answer it in the show.
Or I also want to plug Greg's Instagram at StuntMasterG. Great content. Big fan of it. Been following that Instagram for a bit, and I think that you should too. Also, if we're pretty new at this too, so if you have any feedback or suggestions, hit us up on our email, or you can, if you know us personally, hit us up and tell us what you think. Share this with your friends. Leave a 5-star review. If we don't know who it's from, we'll read it on the pod, or we'll just read any 5-star review on the pod. We'll give you a shout out.
Yo, I'm gonna have to admit this. So I was leaving a 5-star review on our show, and it showed my fucking name, dude. I was trying to change it.
Amateur hour.
Dude, I was like, I emailed Apple about it. I was like, hey, can you guys remove it? And they were like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Mr. Apple, can you change this?
Ralph, we don't see a Ralph, only the official Spicy Boy.
We only know at official Spicy Boy and at Stuntmaster G. But yeah, if you got any feedback or whatever, hit us with that. We would love to hear your thoughts and approve on whatever we can. We want to keep bringing you guys some good stuff. So yeah, it's the short edition of the Secret Jocks. Like I said, we're playing small ball tonight.
Small ball, baby.
Small balls. We're doing limited minutes, so let's go.
Also, should we announce who we're having, or
no? Let's keep it a secret.
On-air decision, right there.
On-air decision. Yep. So our next episode will be recorded on Thursday night. We'll have our first interview here. They are a person in a band, so there's a little hint for you. It could be one of 1 million, 2 million, 3 million.
Let's narrow it down a little bit. An Eastern Conference band.
Yeah, an Eastern Conference.
No, wait. They used to be a Western Conference band that moved to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Western Conference band originally. Then we restructured the conferences, and now they are an Eastern Conference band. So if that's any hint for you, if you listen to this, then you know. Or if you're friends with us personally and saw some, then you also know. But yeah, next episode we'll have our first interview. It's gonna be fun. I think we got some good stuff planned for that. So bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks for listening.
Night night.